Hiya, Pony fan. Welcome to another Friendship is Magic review. Today's episode is Rarity Takes Manehattan.
Well, I suppose I could let it go as long as she puts it back when she's done with it.
The episode begins with Rarity and the gang headed off to the big city of Manehattan for her to compete in the fashion show of the year. But the fun doesn't stop there. Rarity also scored tickets to the hottest musical in town. Then, after a song and dance number and a hard time finding a cab, Rarity is all set up for the show, when she runs into an old acquaintance from Ponyville who is rather taken with Rarity's choice of fabric, and wants to borrow just a little bit for accents. But Rarity, being the generous sort, gives her an entire bolt. The next day, to the surprise of absolutely no one, Rarity's competitor has cloned the fashionista's entire collection. Rarity is a bit upset.
i.e. in paroxysms of despair.
But that means it's time for the big make-it-work moment in any fashion show, where Rarity and friends must make an entire new line out of just lying around the hotel room. But since this is crunch time, Rarity turns into a bit of a tyrant.
I guess sweatshops are magic.
That means no show, no dinner, and no fun for the rest of the main six. At the show, even though every pony is quite taken by clothes cobbled together in 8 hours out of curtains and bath mats,
I suppose it would have been too much trouble to have washed the garments before the models had to wear them.
Rarity can't find the ponies and dragons she cares most about in the crowd. But it turns out they just overslept. So to make amends, Rarity arranges for a special show for her friends. She also receives a gift from her rival's personal assistant, a mysterious rainbow-colored thread that may be important later. This episode was pretty alright. I think the best thing about Rarity Takes Manehattan is how they explore the idea of how something good, i.e. Rarity's generous nature, can still come back to bite her right in the... Throughout the entire episode, they're always talking about how, in the big city, everyone's always out for themselves, but the girls still try to live out their small-town values of trying to help others. I guess I can't help but feel that the episode's conflict, Rarity being taken advantage of and then making her friends miss their show to help her make an entirely new collection, didn't really work. Rarity's reaction definitely wasn't polite, but it was completely understandable. No one likes being taken advantage of. And for it to happen when it did, during a very important show, I think Rarity should know her friends would understand. Now, maybe if Rarity stole some other pony's designs, maybe we got ourselves a stronger central story, with more conflict and drama and stuff. But if you ask me, Rarity Takes Manehattan is much ado about nothing. Now let's talk about the humor. This episode is quite strong in that respect. Rarity's rival Suri is a lot of fun. She has some great interactions with her poor put-upon assistant.
Hey, Private, make me some coffee.
Sergeant, I think the coffee maker is, haunted.
Private, that's what gives it the flavor. Forget it, you wouldn't understand.
Rainbow Dash gets quite a few laughs in. This time around, it's her feelings about musicals. And as always, Rarity is the master of comic overreaction. But I'm not sure why the entire cast needed to come along with Rarity for moral support. It means they all just have to share screen time. I think it would have been more effective to have only one come along. Like AJ, her and Rarity are a great comic team. And we could have brought back Aunt and Uncle Orange. Or Fluttershy. She's just the kind of pony Rarity might accidentally mistreat if she was under pressure. Then there's that thread. Now, you remember that mysterious box Twilight got from the Tree of Harmony? It needs 6 keys. Now, I'd bet dollars to donuts that Rarity's thread will somehow end up as a key to that box. As for the music, other than one well-placed gag, the songs are just okay. We haven't had a real power ballad in Season 4 so far, but fingers crossed. Lastly, the art design is very nice in this episode. The streets and alleys of Manehattan look great, and it's always nice to explore a new location. There are also cameos by both Photo Finish and Hoity Toity. Now let's break down the good and the bad in Rarity Takes Manehattan. On the good side, the central premise was great, the humor was strong, and it's always nice to see a new place. On the downside, the conflict doesn't really feel like any big thing, but maybe that's part of the point. And needing to drag the entire cast along for this slice-of-life episode felt unnecessary. So I give Rarity Takes Manehattan 3 out of 5. Not a bad episode, but it didn't quite live up to the potential of its concept. Thanks for watching. I'm the Stupid Private.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.